When most people think about data visualization, they think about making charts pretty. But the purpose of data visualization is about managing cognitive load. We need to reduce the amount of information we provide to the audience if we want them to follow along. I want to break this down into two concepts. One is cognitive load, and the other is a through line or a story structure, which is what we use to curate the data. So let's first look at cognitive load. Here's a picture of Where's Wally. It's a really great example of the challenge that we're trying to overcome in a data presentation or a dashboard or any type of data product. There's a lot of color going on here, and there's lots and lots of interesting stories. But the reader has to search through all of that noise to find the thing that they're looking for. Now, Wally's always in plain sight, but you often still won't be able to find him. In practice, when you're presenting data like this, your audience doesn't even know what Wally looks like, so they don't even know what to look for. And while they're looking, they're not listening to you. The problem is that you're really familiar with the data, and you know exactly where to look for that gold nugget. It's plainly obvious to you where Wally is, and once you see him, you can't unsee him. But not your audience. So all that noise and activity in your data or your data presentation or your dashboard is really distracting from that point. At this point, you've really lost the battle. Your audience's eyes will glaze over. They'll start checking their email. Your insight's there, but it's drowning in the data surrounding it. You're not going to get the action you're after, especially if you're not there to point out Wally. How do we reduce cognitive load here? How do we increase clarity? Let's look at the same image again, but this time I'm going to use a deliberate choice of color and contrast. Now we zone straight into Wally. Even if you don't know what Wally looks like, we immediately focus on him. Notice that all the detail is actually still there. We understand that Wally's at the beach, it's crowded, the weather's nice. This kind of strategy helps too when you've got a mixed audience, when some are interested in the detail and some aren't. So you highlight the key insight, but you leave some of the detail in a muted way for those that don't want to dig deeper. So reducing cognitive load and increasing clarity is not necessarily about losing information.